Whoa! That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I'm in Sanborn, North Dakota, standing here where the Cottage Hotel once was a pioneer era business, showed up on a 1910 map, and it burned in 1912. Now when it burned, a newspaper article mentioned that it was an old building. I've got permission to excavate the grounds in search of artifacts, so we'll take a walk around and see what's going on. The hotel stood up facing the street. It was a long building. You can actually see the indent where it was. It ended about there. So back here is the area we'll be focusing on. We've got something. We're straight out back from where the building was, actually in the alley. There was that 1910 map that shows a water closet in this area. You'll notice that sink spot. I pushed a 7.5-foot rod into it, hit what I believe is ash and glass all the way down. This is a big area, maybe 10 or 12 feet long. We'll get it opened up. Down about 3 feet, we're already finding some stuff. What do we have here? Look at that. I think it's intact. This looks like depression glass of some sort. Now this hotel burned in 1912, but it's possible that the pit was still open a few years later. Some kind of pressed glass piece, I believe. I saw we have, could be like a cosmetic tin of some sort. Merry Widows. No way. This is an old condom tin. Has a price $1 on it. You can see through the corrosion there is actually a condom still inside of it. Oh, what do I have here? This looks like a gopher poison, I believe. Yeah, because the top is snapped off. Yeah, this could actually be from modern day. Maybe someone threw it down like a gopher hole. Might actually have some writing on it. Oh, sealed 3. So yeah, they would have had to snap the top off of it, and I heard this was some wicked poison. There's stuff all in, there we go. Ah, some kind of a food jar. What do we have? H.J. Heinz Company, patented. So this is from 1939. You can see that mark right there. That's the Owens, Illinois Glass Company mark, and then the number to the right of it, a 9, is a date code of 1939. This was some kind of preserve. Oh, that's what we're looking for. This is a liquor flask, maybe a bitters bottle. This one has a tooled top. This thing dates back before Prohibition. I'd put this thing at 1905 or 1910. All right, and this is a cosmetic container, a cold cream. That's some kind of milk glass. Could be in that 1920s, 30s range. Seems like the date of everything's mixed up here towards the top. Well, this big rock fell in. We've been finding all kinds of rocks. I'm guessing after the hotel burned, they threw a lot of the foundation stones down this pit. We're gonna try to break this in half. I've got this jackhammer bit. If this doesn't work, we'll have to drill some holes in it and get it so we can at least lift it out. To drill some holes. we've got a major boulder, maybe a cornerstone. We've been trying to dig around. We drilled a hole through it with a hammer drill, put a rope through it, and we're now pulling it out with a truck. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'll step back. The rock's moving?
The line's moving. Gonna move out of the snap zone.
Yeah, out of the kill zone.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a rope though, it's not like a chain and a rope.
Well, you ain't gonna want to get hit by it.
Yeah.
Here, give me some over. What are you saying?
Yeah, you know, just go for it. If it snaps, we know. The rope's moving.
Yeah, but it's probably
Stretching,
Yeah, it's just stretching. Yeah. Well, we have two options now. We could either try to lift it out manually, which we almost had it out, or we could dig a hole next to the bracing and put it on the other side. We're down almost 6 feet. This is turning into a muddy mess. We have water pouring in. We're finding the bracing. I think this is the old outhouse pit. I'm sure of it now. The hotel burned. The outhouse must have as well. The bracing is burned. And here we go. Siegfried's Drugstore, Sanborn, North Dakota. Washed it off in the water a little bit. Look at that. This dates back to about 1905. This is a really good piece. Okay, that's the liner. Got another piece here. Looks like possibly a Vaseline jar of some sort. The water cleaned that one up nice. Yeah, that's tool top again, that circa 1905 range. We've got a long way to go here. I sunk a 4-foot probe rod into this. It's gonna get brutal. This is extreme. As you can see, we're down deep. There's water literally pouring in. The sides have been collapsing. We had to work around this big boulder I'm sitting on. This bottle just floated up. I see the embossing. It's another Siegfried's Drugstore from Sanborn, North Dakota. I believe he sold the drugstore or got rid of it anyway in 1907. So this is definitely what we're looking for. There's a long way to go. I just started hitting a use layer. It's smelling terrible, but we're gonna keep bucketing this out and try to get down to what we're feeling with the shovels. Under a solid use layer. It smells terrible. Here's a circa 1900 prescription bottle. Still has some contents in it, it looks like. Another one. This is getting to be really good. Another circa 1905 Siegfried prescription bottle. What's up with this? Whisker dye. Buckingham. Look at that. Whisker dye. Buckingham. I don't know exactly which Buckingham this is from, but it's a tooled top. And another tool top prescription bottle. Oh, and a toiletry. Larkin Company, Chicago. That was the Larkin Soap Company. They sold all kinds of toiletries, skin moisturizers, perfumes. I can feel all kinds of stuff down here. Feels like glass. It smells terrible, by the way. Getting kind of a creosote smell as well. Part of a broken water pitcher or wash basin, definitely hotel related. Look at that. Old, really hard rubber comb, vulcanized rubber comb of some sort. And another tool top prescription bottle circa 1905. If you look at the water, you'll see kind of a rainbow color. It's what I believe could be burning fluid. It's got a very oily smell. Hoping to find the source of it here. It's getting bad. It might not continue if it gets much worse. But for now, I've got a few pieces. There's a little, could be a Vaseline container. Tool top piece. And another one. Huh. NYO and CWLO? Never seen that before. I believe that's groundwater in it. Whiskey bottle or liquor bottle of some sort. That's a tool top turn mold piece, likely held whiskey or brandy. Oh, and a little French square style, maybe prescription of some sort. Found a graduated oval style prescription. Got those increments on the side. It puts this thing from 1908 to 1916. Got another one of these maybe Vaseline containers. It could also be Pompeian massage cream. Another tool top piece. More bottles floating up. St. Jacobs Oil. St. Jacobs Oil Ltd. Baltimore, Maryland, USA. I usually dig these in aqua. This must be one of the later bottles they used. Oh, J. Heileman's Brewing Company, La Crosse, Wisconsin. I find a lot of these across the Midwest. Oh, here we go. Another Siegfried's Drugstore from Sanborn, North Dakota. And another one of these little squat bottles. Someone threw their shoes down, shoes or boots, leather. And another one of these little jars. It's either Vaseline or Pompin massage cream. And another one. I wonder what's going on with these things. It's a popular product around the hotel. I hear embossing. Oh, there we go. This was a cold cream container. Milk glass, circa 1905. Bottles are literally floating up. It's definitely a kerosene or burning fluid down here. It's a liquor flask. There we go. Another Siegfried's drugstore from Sanborn, the bigger size. And another prescription of some sort. No embossing. I'm just hearing all kinds of stuff. Whoa! What is going on here? No idea what this is. I've never seen anything like it. Anyone has an idea, drop a comment. Found an Eagle style liquor flask. Wonder if it's filled with oil. Huh. It's a little paneled piece. Looks like a six-sided. Could be like a pharmaceutical type product. Oh man, everything's just slippery with that oil, whatever it is. Another one of these wide mouth pieces. Looks like a square-shaped tool top bitters bottle. This bottle's just floating up. We're down like 10 feet. This blue china caught my eye. This is ornate. It's a semi-porcelain, I believe. Looks like it's a hand-painted 24 karat gold leaf. But yeah, we've got another Siegfried. You know, prior to me digging this town, I believe there's only one of these known. And there's beer. What do we have here? Okay, another Heileman's old style lager. That's a tooled crown top. But yeah, I hear bottles just all over with the trowel. Another one of these maybe Pompeian massage creams or Vaseline bottles. I can just reach down here and feel them. Looks like a little whiskey shooter. Maybe a sample-sized liquor bottle of some sort. Oh wow, look at the iridescence on this thing. Must be from all the oil in the pit. The smell's starting to go down, which is nice. But yeah, look at that blue-green color. It's beautiful. I don't know what this is, some kind of a celluloid piece, I believe. Could be like a pen cap, hard to say. Alright, a Mikado style liquor flask. So back in the day, this era anyway, 1905-ish, yeah, Mikado and Eagle style flasks were the most popular. It's a nice amber color. And another one of these wide mouth pieces. The water's starting to pour back in again too. My boots are filled. I'm all muddy. This is kind of brutal. Huh. Oh, got some mud in my mouth. That's interesting. It's got like a sheared lip on it. A really clean glass. So there's the cork in it. Oh, and another Larkin Soap Company bottle. Oh wow. Oh wow. This is a mustache cup. So it's fairly ornate. It's got like a floral pattern on it. I believe they made it like this so you could drink out of it and your mustache wouldn't get wet from the liquid inside. And another tool top prescription bottle with partial contents. An Olympia style flask. These have an 1898 patent date on the bottom. Tool top. This water is working great for cleaning these off. This looks like an earlier style. You know, it's got a strap side. This looks like something you'd see in like an 1880s or 90s pit. Could be like a tonic or a bitters. And a turn mold tool top liquor bottle, like we held whiskey or brandy. And a tool top beer bottle made by the American Bottle Company. Oh, it's, again, really clean glass. Oh wow, that's intact. That's a pressed glass tumbler. Looks like a drinking glass from the hotel's restaurant. What do we have here? Whoa! That's amazing. That is an 8-ounce Siegfried's bottle. I believe this is the largest size known. Still has some contents inside. And some kind of a early machine made. We got some embossing. Larkin Soap Company piece, some kind of a toiletry bottle, Buffalo, New York. I've got a blank prescription bottle. Haven't found this style yet. It's got the increments on it, and circa 1905. Dakota. I believe that's a Dakota oval. It's got like a lavender color, like it sat in the sun for a bit, maybe before it was discarded. And another tool top liquor flask. Still haven't found bottom. Some kind of cold cream container. WBM Company, that's the Western Bottle Manufacturing Company of Chicago, Illinois. Held some kind of a, maybe face cream. I'm finding all kinds of wooden objects. I think spokes for an old chair. It may have an old jug, old liquor jug down here. What do we have here? An old stick. Just from a stove or something, probably. That's amazing it survived down here for how many years? Another one of these little massage cream Vaseline containers. And another. And either Dakota oval or a crown oval style prescription bottle. I think it's a crown oval. There's no Dakota mark on the bottom. kinds of boards and stuff. Okay, here's a Vaseline container, Chesbro and Company. That's from New York. Here it is. Whoa. That's beautiful. There's some markings on the bottom. What do we have here? Stoneware Company. That's all it says. Yeah, it's just Stoneware Company. Sometimes you'll have advertising on the sides, but this one doesn't. It's just a plain like beater crock, I think, for mixing ingredients. Broken window, possibly for one of the doors at the hotel. This rock collapsed in. The sides have been collapsing. I don't know if we'll be able to continue it without an excavator. We'll dig out what we can. Another one of these tool top pieces. Whoa! That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Look at that. Some kind of a, maybe lead-blown tumbler of some sort. Look at that pattern, that color. This is cranberry glass. I believe they had to actually use gold to make this. That's something else. What do we have? Another Siegfried. This has been a monumental excavation. Look at that. I think we've got 7 of them, 8 of them now. I hate abandoning a spot, but I don't know if we'll be able to. Oh wow, CM Thompson Druggist, Tower City, North Dakota. You know, I dug a lot of these when I was in Tower City. This is 1908 to 1916. I wonder what was in this stuff. It was a popular product around here, that's for sure. Huh. Some kind of a chemical bottle made by the Park Davis Company. And a blank, finally a blank drugstore bottle. Yeah, circa 1905. It's some kind of a toiletry. I think this is like could be like a hair tonic bottle of some sort. And a cold cream container. Another pocket of bottles here. I'm just digging what I can before we abandon this. Got stuff just sticking out. I think this is an opium vial. This one's got embossing on it. I don't know if I've ever seen one with embossing before. Coning Tilly. This is strange. See if I can, any dry spot left on my shirt. Coning Tilly. It's some kind of foreign piece. That's unusual. I've got more of these. Let's see. Definitely a pocket of bottles here. A couple more of these, I don't know. I can't even think the word right now, I'm so tired. Those bottles I've been pulling up. And another one. And another. Oh well. H.E. White Druggist, Jamestown, North Dakota. That's an 1888 patent style bottle. So this hotel was incredibly active. This pit, I'm guessing, has got to be at least 14 feet deep. At least 12, probably 14 feet. Some kind of toiletry. Larkin and Company, Buffalo. Let's try to line selling products here. Some kind of a little prescription bottle. I think it's actually amber. That's strange. That's about as far as we can go. What a day. This was monumental. Got a good variety of pieces out of here. Some beer bottles, patent medicines, cold creams, toiletries, all those Vaseline type containers, a food bottle, some cups, one with a saucer, all those prescription bottles, including the ones from Sanborn, one from Tower City, and one from Jamestown. Some liquor flasks, that stoneware pot, a bitters bottle. Oh, there you have it. We've got a long way to go. We'll get this thing filled back in. Today's the day. It's been a couple weeks since we were digging at the Cottage Hotel site, but I managed to get an excavator dropped off there. Even with this machine though, this is going to be a major project to finish. It could be the deepest pit I've ever been in. We'll see how it goes. Here's where we dug last time. You can see it cleaned up incredibly well. I threw down pounds of grass seed. Unfortunately, I'll have to dig it back up, but I've brought another 50-pound bag with, so we should be good. Here's the machine. I was told it's equivalent to a Bobcat E50, something along those lines. It has a maximum digging depth of 12 or 14 feet, so it should get the job done. I'll get it started up here. We're down 6 or 8 feet and water started pouring in. At first I thought I hit some kind of utility line, but everything's supposed to be marked out. I climbed down for a closer look and saw that we found some kind of old water system. I think this could be a well or maybe even a spring. There's old bricks with mortar. It's actually really clean water pouring out. We'll just have to wait to see if it slows down. I decided the only way we were gonna be able to dig this thing was just scoop into it. It was all worthwhile. E.R. Vallandingham, Valley City, North Dakota. This is a holy grail. I just saw it fall out of the bucket. That is truly amazing. This is about the best thing we could have found in this pit. There's all kinds of bottles that have just been falling out here. Hainer Distillery, Troy, Ohio. Another tooled top piece, circa 1905. We've got a liquor flask, almost looks like a Mikado style, but the neck is a little squatty. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Got a prescription bottle, tooled top prescription, circa 1905. And a lake style prescription, no embossing. Should be wearing gloves, but we gotta hurry, that pit's filling in. Maybe there's another hutch in here somewhere too. I saw some stuff over here. Oh, yeah, stuff's just sticking out. Got a toiletry of some sort. I think that's like an A.S. Hin style. And a Crown Oval style prescription. We're gonna have to go through this pile with a fine-tooth comb. And this one I believe is a Mikado style liquor flask, circa 1905. And a tooled crown top made by the Streeter Bottle and Glass Company in Streeter, Illinois. Treasure hunting at its finest. I've climbed down here to make sure that we didn't miss anything. I probed down and now the bucket's on bottom, so we found the bottom. The sides are collapsing though, so I'm gonna try climbing out. I actually jumped down below my waders and they filled with water. These artifacts aren't free, you guys. Well, now the fun begins. I saw all kinds of bottles dumping out here. This was kind of the use layer. I'm hitting newspaper and old human waste, but here's a liquor bottle, tooled top, circa 1905, turn mold. Wow, look at that iridescence on this thing. Yeah, another turn mold liquor flask. It might be hard to see, but this thing's almost glowing. It's got so much patina on it. And here's the scraps of paper, like an old book or a newspaper. Sometimes the ground will preserve things amazingly. And a select style beer. What do we have here? J Gun Brewing Company, La Crosse, Wisconsin, established 1854. This is one of the most popular types of beers of its time, that 1905 range. Got a tooled top prescription bottle. No embossing, it's got that nice bubble in the glass there. Oh, shit. Oh, it's a rock. This pit is loaded. Got a prescription bottle. This might actually have a stamp on bottom. Ah, nothing home. That's a 12 ounce, maybe a 16 ounce size though. And a liquor flask of some sort. That's a tooled top, no embossing on it. Plenty of rocks. I threw plenty of rocks down this thing. Oh, that is solid use layer there. Wow, look at the color of that. Another turn mold liquor bottle. See that kind of blue purple color? That is something else. That's cloth and wood. We got a shoe fly flask. No way. Whoa. I've never heard of this. McCod Brothers Wines and Liquors, St. Paul. This could be one of the best bottles I've ever dug. Wow, this is the second embossed liquor flask I've ever found. This bottle's sticking out here. All right, California Fig Syrup Company, San Francisco, California, and Louisville, Kentucky. A very popular product of its time. San Francisco, Louisville, that's kind of hard to read with the mud, but yeah, again, circa 1905. Some kind of a tooled top, maybe a Vaseline or some kind of skin cream. I thought it was embossed at first. It has like roughness from the contents, I guess. But yeah, it looks like maybe a Sun Oval style prescription bottle. rock we'll have to probably move with the excavator. Crown oval style prescription. That's a 12-ounce size, I believe. A solid use layer. Looks like a liquor flask, still has the glass stopper in it. Right there, that's kind of cool. Has a cork around it, and that's what sealed it. Oh, that is something. It doesn't smell as bad as when I'm usually like in the pit, so what do we have here? An Olympia style flask. These have an 1898 patent on the bottom. It's no embossing on it. Prescription, maybe we can get another embossed one. Okay, this is a Dakota style, maybe a Dakota oval. There's also a crown oval that's almost identical, just a different name put on, likely by a different glass company. Some kind of a prescription bottle, no embossing. Oh, that's nice. Got a skin cream bottle, skin moisturizer of some sort. See all the cloth and papers. The chair leg, likely from the hotel's restaurant. The ground must have preserved it all these years. And all this straw, I find this in outhouse pits a lot. I wonder if folks are actually using this as toilet paper back in the day. Another blank prescription bottle. Still has the cork intact. There's some paper. I can actually still read that. Chicago Provisions. Now, that's amazing to think it sat in the ground for 120 years. You could probably figure out which newspaper this was. A lot of them were digitized now. Look at that. Oh, that is nice. Hard to see the pattern probably with the mud. It's got like a ribbed design. Thought I felt some embossing. Is it maybe a Security Distilling? I found a lot of those with this pattern on it. Yeah, Security Distilling, Chicago, Illinois. It's probably hard to read with all the mud. We'll call it mud. More use layer, more papers. Cloth. We have loot a bank. Huh. Photographer in the bank. Let's see. All kinds of papers in here. They were clearly using newspapers as toilet paper. Cash. 1907. That's a definite clue. This wasn't any earlier than 1907, which fits the date range for what we're digging. There's all kinds of stuff sticking out here on the south side of the pit. Got some kind of a serving bowl. It looks like a solid use layer inside of it. Sometimes these are marked. What do we have here? Stone. Porcelain. It's got like a deer head on it. Huh. Looks like a toiletry of some sort. We've got a Larkin Company, Buffalo, a famous soap manufacturer during its time. Looks like a tooled top, definitely a Mikado style liquor flask, no embossing. Look at that. You know what? I thought we had a match. I think this one's, yeah, this one got like a heel on it. Maybe these are a match. Maybe the heel's just missing on the one. A couple of boots. This one's got some cloth material on it. Rubberized cloth. This one's leather. Some peanut shells. And another liquor flask. We very possibly had a saloon running out of this place. Oh, here we go. A little Vaseline or skin cream bottle. And this one's been staring at me for a while. Look at that. I have a couple. Looks like a tooled top prescription bottle with some nice iridescence on it. And another, this is a Philadelphia oval style. Look at that. Wow. That is an old snuff jar. Wayman's was the company of the day. Yeah, I've dug a bunch of these over the years. You can see Wayman's snuff on the bottom. Oh, this layer reeks. Absolutely reeks. And another maybe Vaseline container of some sort. Here we go. Wannenberg and Avis Druggists, Jamestown, North Dakota. That's a nice one. Circa 1905. I've dug a few of these over the years. Maybe a broken soap dish from the restaurant's bathhouse. Yeah, what do we have here? Oh, big old liquor bottle. Looks like a turn mold piece. No embossing. And another Vaseline container of some sort, possibly. some lime. I was throwing down outhouse pits way back in the day to neutralize the smell and to disinfect. Oh, here we go. I think this is a match to that rubberized cloth boot. Got another one here. And up here, oh, stuck in the mud. There's a food bottle that's sticking up. Yeah, it's got some really nice iridescence and early machine-made piece. Here's the haul. This was interesting. Got a good variety here. Some leather cloth shoes. A beer bottle. That stick, I believe, is actually for a set of blinds. Some window blinds. Got that snuff jar. Those liquor flasks, including that one from St. Paul. That Hutchinson soda bottle from Valley City. Made it all worthwhile. All those prescription bottles, a food bottle, toiletry, extract, a few prescriptions, embossed prescriptions there. One from Jamestown, the other from Sanborn. Well, there you have it. We'll finish filling this in.